Hello everyone, how are you today? This is Mark. I have a very important lesson today. I've been teaching English in Rome since 1997, but I've never taught kids. Yes, in this lesson we're going to talk about the difference between the present perfect simple and the present perfect continuous. So stay tuned. Okay, in this lesson we're going to talk about the present perfect simple and the present perfect continuous. I have talked about them in two separate occasions, so if you want to take a look at them, you may do so by looking for the present perfect simple and the present perfect continuous. Now, let's take a look at my two examples and the differences. Okay, finished, so the present perfect simple is for finished actions that have an effect in the present, okay, that have an effect in the present. Okay, do not confuse it with the past simple. The past simple has a time expression, okay, or you know when it happened. Obviously is in the past, okay. The present perfect simple has an effect in the present, okay, in the present. So the example that I wrote here is I've just washed my hair. Okay, you have here the adverb just. You know also we have yet and we have already that we use with the present perfect. Okay, in this case I've just washed my hair just to show you that just is used just now, right? So is in the present, it's an action that happened in the present. Now, this tense or the present perfect simple focuses more on the activity itself and that the action is completed, okay? This is very important. I wrote another example for you just to stress the fact that the action is finished. He has read the book I recommended. Did he finish reading the book? Yes, he did, okay? He has read. We don't know when, okay? We don't care when. If we want to know when, we use the past simple. That's right, the past simple. So here is the emphasis is more on the activity itself and that the action is completed. The present perfect simple. Now the present perfect continuous instead, we use it for unfinished actions that have an effect in the present, unfinished. What do I mean by that? Let's look at the example. I've been writing an assignment for a week now. I've been writing. Is it finished? No, it's not finished. The other thing that you need to pay attention is that we usually use it to emphasize a duration. Okay, so like in the example, I've been writing an assignment for a week now, So this is the emphasis of duration. Okay, now I have another example here for you to compare. I've been waiting for an hour. What happened to you? I've been waiting for an hour. What happened to you? Okay, so is the emphasis here on the duration, the present perfect continuous. So we have other two examples or other two uses. Okay, we use the present perfect simple when talking about how much and how many. And I wrote an example. They've eaten 6 burgers for dinner. Okay, 6 burgers, hamburgers, for dinner. They've eaten 6 burgers for dinner. That's a lot. So we use it with the present perfect simple. Then the present perfect continuous is also used to emphasize that the action is temporary. The example here, he usually studies at home, but he has been studying in the library for the last week. So the emphasis here is because he doesn't study at home in this period, but he has been studying in the library for the last week. Okay. Now I want to go back to my introductory example, and we are going to analyze it together. Okay, now let's look at my introductory example. Okay, I said, I've been teaching English in Rome since 1997, but I've never taught kids. Okay, here we have both tenses in one sentence. So let's analyze it. Do I teach English in Rome? Yes, the answer is yes. Do I teach English to kids? No, the answer is no. Do I teach English to adults? Yes, that's right, yes. The first part of our sentence, we used the present perfect continuous. Why? Because I'm still doing it. I'm still teaching English. Since 1997. Okay, so it's an unfinished action that has an effect in the present, obviously. What about the second part with the present perfect simple? Well, I've never taught English to kids, so it's present. Yes, it's present. But I've never taught to kids. Could I do it in the future? Could I teach English in the future to kids, I mean? Yes, I could. In the future, I could. So, but I've never taught, so far, I've never taught kids. Okay? A piece of advice. In order to use both these tenses in a correct way, I suggest to write two true sentences about your life using both the present perfect continuous and the present perfect simple. Just like my own example. Now, let's recap. So we said that we use the present perfect simple for finished actions that have an effect in the present. We use the present perfect continuous for unfinished actions that have an effect in the present. I also said that we use the present perfect continuous to emphasize duration, to focus on the activity itself, and to emphasize that the action is temporary. I also said that the present perfect simple is used when talking about quantities, I mean how much, how many. And remember that we use it for finished actions that have an effect in the present. This is about the present perfect simple. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the lessons. As I can see, sorry, stop here. Stop, cut. Thank you very much for watching. I have never expected so many of you watching my lessons. Thank you very much again. Thank you for your comments. If you have any questions, maybe suggestions, you may type them under this video. Again, have a great day and I'll see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.